Hello, hello, hello. It is the Bitcoin Capitalist stream. Bitcoin Universal Income Road to 1 million market cap. So I have a couple updates. I hired another developer who's going to be reviewing the code for the reward system tonight. And hopefully, in the next 2 days, we can get this going. I have another backup dev if it gets down to that. So pretty much what happened was we tested the WBTC airdrop. Everything worked perfectly. And then once we expanded it to airdrop to more people, it stopped working. The developer's like, hey, the code's perfect. It's Solana. We message them. So it's kind of a back and forth right now. So we're bringing in a fresh pair of eyes. And so bear with me, but I think you will be rewarded greatly if you hold on to this. I had a couple phone calls today, kind of with a bunch of Dubai whales. They're like, hey, if this thing's working, we're going to dump some serious money into it. Just our whale Telegram group will send this to 6 million. So, and then everything in business is competition and leverage. I had the company making the animations custom, $300. I got other sources for this. They saw that I was using other sources. They dropped their price down to 100. So I'm gonna have $1,000, another 10 awesome animations. I also have our best, it's gonna be the promo video for this coin. I'm not releasing that yet. I'm waiting till everything's fixed, and then I'm gonna pump this thing as much as the Bitcoin capitalists can pump it, and then we're gonna go to the KOLs after that. So I'm going to get the market cap to where I can get it. Then we're going to hand it off and keep doing this thing. And whatever we get from the tax, we're just going to be dumping into marketing and send this thing. And in my conversation today with a guy from Dubai, I was like, for the reward system, because I can control it. It's a Telegram bot that, sets the distribution for the airdrop. I like it maybe daily or every 12 hours. So people that are holding long term are going to benefit. Where if people want to come in, raid, dump on a short period of time, they're not going to get the rewards. And they're going to pay a 5% buy, 5% sell, and that's going to go to the long term holders. So that's what I think I'm going to leave it at, is a once a day WBTC reward for all of our long term holders, and make this an awesome long term project. And if you've been watching the news, Donnie T, get rid of this ad. Donnie T wants PAL to lower interest rates. Obviously, the Federal Reserve is supposed to be independent of the president or whatever, but he's pretty much calling them out. And the economy's tanking. They're gonna lower rates, and watch, the stock market's just gonna rip. Everyone knows they're gonna print more money. Even if it crashes, they're just gonna give BlackRock unlimited amount of money to buy stocks. It's plunge protection team. So unfortunately, it's retarding the U.S. economy. We're literally going to be living through idiocracy, where you just see the lowest common denominators making money, the people that are just wildly speculating, making money, meme coins, you name it, because there's no fundamentals in our currency. And until Bitcoin, is the next world reserve currency, we're just going to live through crazy times. And it's unfortunate, because if you're a middle class person and you're working your nuts off right now and trying to save your money and pay your bills, and then you're watching some kid make millions on meme coin or in crypto, or they're streaming, and it's just, life's not fair, and it's going to get a lot more unfair when this bubble pops and you're not holding Bitcoin. So it's going to be interesting times. So my idea, I've put about 600 people onto my WAP account. And if you don't know what WAP is, it allows followers to cut up content and then repost it on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, any of the big ones. So I know a lot of people are reposting my content anyways. So instead of me going out and paying, these influencers a stupid amount of money, $2,500 for like one post, I'll dump the $2,500 and here, like right now, I have $1,000 that I'm giving away, and I've already paid WAP. It's not me paying. The money's already been sent. It's just waiting for you guys to take it. I'd rather pay holders of the coin and followers for reposting content than go blow, a bunch of money on some influencer and don't get any volume. Or the big problem is people hire these influencers and they give them tokens and then they pump it on their tweet and then they dump it and then the coin just tanks. I'd rather just pay influencers cash or Solana and not give them any equity so it keeps ripping. So if you're interested in this, like, sign up for the WAP, and on Kick or Twitch you can literally clip the things. Like, let me show you. If you go click here on my Kick account, like, you can see that I'm like live on here. Let's see if we can go to an older video. Hold on. I'm still so new here. I don't even know how to see the old videos. It's only showing when I'm streaming. Oh, okay. Right here, the second button on the toolbar that has a thing, you can do clip right here. You can even do it while I'm live. You do clip, and then you collect a 30-second scene from this deal, from this video, and you can clip it. And you can post on any social media and make money off of it. Now, I'm not making too many great viral clips right now. I'm like still pretty new to Kick, but we have uploaded all of our meme coin videos. I'm still holding out on like our best content right now. But like if you click here, you can go ahead and play these videos, get them out of here and just post the videos. No work done. Don't need a clip. Like, we have it pretty freaking basic. And, if you're in India or whatever, I mean, you can make a couple $100, $1,000. Like, it's a lot of money. Anyone can do it from anywhere. It's just time and effort. And honestly, not enough people know about WAP. And if I was in some developing country and they're trying to pay me local currency and you can come here, earn dollars wired to your bank account for clipping, like if you go to TGR Trades or some of these other accounts, I mean, they're paying tens and tens of thousands of dollars. And if you look at it, like when you're in the chat, hold on. Oh no, it went away. If you're in the chat, maybe I'm missing it, but it has like a leaderboard. I don't know how to get back to that option, but there's a leaderboard usually that shows the top earners. And if you look at a lot of these accounts, it's like 5 people making all the money and it's thousands of dollars. So if you know how to edit or you can learn easy, like this is a great ticket for you. So hopefully we can get this super cycle where I'm posting good content online. People are signing up for the WAP. We're cutting the videos. We have all these great animation videos in here. Our followers are reposting it and they own the currency. And we can really like grassroots community do this instead of, just paying a bunch of big KOLs that are just going to dump the currency, the token. And I talked to my other buddy today. Everyone thinks they're an expert on everything. I'm not going to say I know everything or I'm expert. I always come into it like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing and try to learn. Or these people that are arrogant, they come in and they fail because they think they know everything. But where the guy was like, oh, if the coin's not doing millions out of the gate, like it's going to be a dud. And I'm like, dude, that's BS, because you look at some of these major, I think even Pepe, like collapse, or some of these tokens were had a nice little pump. They collapsed, and then the community drove them back up. And any of these big like Kanye coins, dude, that are run by professional companies, you are just exit liquidity. You got to be in these grassroots community deals where there's not, you know, just all this BS going on where the people are going to sell it as soon as they go out. And I put my name and brand on this, so like I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing a rug pull. And I've learned my lesson. Like I partnered with one company before, the guy with the private jets, Charlie Rothenkamp freaking screwed me. And you know what? Like the guy wouldn't even own up to screwing me. He's like, oh, my employee did it. And then they're like, we're going to send you money for screwing you. And just never did. Like total loser, total bum. It's not even worth my time to go after this guy for what he owes me. But yeah, if you ever come across Charlie Rothenkamp from CZR Fund Exchange, that guy is a total freaking crook. Don't walk, run away from Charlie Rothenkamp. And he's got the jets and the Bugattis, and it's all a scam. I mean, I kind of fell through it because I knew we had mutual friends, and I heard he was an asshole. But I was like, all right, I can deal with an asshole like if it's going to work. I didn't realize the guy was just a total con artist. So don't trust anyone in the crypto game. And, I'm putting my brand behind it. So there's going to be no rug pull. And, previous coins, maybe they didn't work, but we never took the equity out for people to stop trading it. And it's pretty crazy. Like, what is it? Mantra freaking collapsed 90%. This was a top 50 token. Like, are you kidding me? Is it even on? Is this the right one? Market cap 600 million. I'm not sure if this is the exact one. Let's see. What is this? See, there's so many like copycat coins, I don't even know what's the right one. But either way, Mantra collapsed 90%, top 50 token. And they fudged all the numbers. Like, if you have a ton of money right now, it's licensed to print money because you just do fake volume on your coin, and then you pump money in, and then all the little people put money in, and then you take your money out. It's a whole racket. I mean, there's all these professionals doing it and just fleecing everyone. So that's why I say, like, these big tokens, stay away. Like, you want these small cap, pump fund ones where it's community driven and there's not some professional company behind it. Because if there's a professional company, they're professional at getting your money. So, and I am not a professional company. I'm just the guy. So, but I think we can, with my connections and networking, I think this thing's going to pump. And I think it's one of those things, like, I think it's going to sell itself. Like, once the airdrop hits, people are going to start talking about it, tell their other friends. And no one's ever done a WBTC wrap Bitcoin airdrop before. You've only seen USDC, and all the USDC coins did really well. Like, my friend knows the guys that did the ATM, and those guys made $3 million off that coin. And that coin, like, I mean, I saw it for like a second on TikTok. It didn't even do that well. They didn't have great marketing behind it. My whole deal is marketing, so I think if I can get the functionality of this working, we're gonna rip this thing. So I'm pumped on this thing, and I think the market, like, the timing's perfect on this. I think they're going to lower the rates, and everything's just gonna go balls to the wall again, and meme coins are just gonna go crazy. And I think this Bitcoin Universal Income will be one of the top ones. And you have the other side of this dynamic is you're going to get all the Bitcoin people on it because you're going to turn shitcoin to Bitcoin. You're euthanizing Solana into Bitcoin. So if you're a Bitcoin maxi, you can get your little Bitcoin on this. So I think it's got just a great marketing edge. And, like, obviously what I'm doing, if I'm paying for these, $300 animations, I'm throwing my brand in there too because I'm going to have you guys reposting it. So I might as well kill two birds with one stone on this thing. And Yeah, if you're new to my stream, follow me. You know, I got a couple 100,000 people on other social media, but the zeitgeist, everything is going towards streaming. All the people that are just blowing up are doing these streams because you can edit it into unlimited little clips. And for me, I don't want to be posting all day anymore. I'd rather make some awesome long form content, some collaborations, and just have people cut it up for me and concentrate on like working and making like, one good piece of content a day. And now, I mean, we live in an attention economy. Everything is attention. If you can grab attention, you can sell anything, right? So I saw this one thing from Ty Lopez. He's like the guy from Here in My Garage. He's a great marketing guy. And he said in like one of his new like commercials that's like being a sponsored thing on TikTok, and he said, "Hey, the top two things that are going to survive this next cycle of AI is working with AI and personal brands." He goes, personal brands aren't going anywhere. So right now, if you're at home, you're a young guy, start building your personal brand. No matter what you're doing, like if you're a coder and you're like, oh, I work for a big company, you need to be building your brand because, all right, there's no job loads anymore. This depression happens, they're going to get rid of you. If you are posting about coding on all these social media platforms and some other companies following you, you know how much easier it is to get a job and people that know you. And people probably think I'm way bigger than I am because of my social media. And do you know how many doors that has opened for me globally? When I go places, I get into big mines, places like, like that's why I have some of the best mining videos, because these mines, they're making a lot of money. The mines are already full. They don't have any more space. They don't need to market and sell. And it's dangerous for them because these mines hold millions of dollars of equipment, or the government's going to come after them, or they're going to get robbed. So most people don't advertise. So a lot of my videos were the first ones people had seen in Dubai or whatever, because they knew who I was and they let me in there. And eventually some of these people, I had to take the videos down later because they didn't know how viral they were going to go, because no one understood like these massive cryptocurrency mines are happening in Dubai, and they just didn't want the attention from the government. So I actually had to take a lot of content down because they asked me to. But I just got I get my foot in the door in all these places because they're like, oh, we know who you are. I'm not like the biggest guy in the game, but people know who you are. They can see what you've done. They can see your history. Where there's people that are probably way bigger OGs and bigger than me in the game, but no one knows who they are. And, no one wants to play a guessing game. And it adds credibility. I mean, for instance, like I had a couple meetings with Hayden Davis, the guy who created LibraCoin and was one of the biggest rug pulls in history. And he's telling me, I'm meeting Malay, I'm doing all this. He shows me a photo. I'm like, okay. But he has no social media. So I'm like, it's a guessing game. And I'm like, do you really want to trust a guy like that with money? He has no social media. You can't like look him up at all. Kind of a mystery. You gotta have the social media. And I didn't have an Instagram for the longest time because back in the day I thought it was too cool. I was like, oh, I want to be the mysterious guy, not have an Instagram. And it doesn't work. Like, you need Instagram for networking. It opens so many doors. You have to be on social media now. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like I said, if you're a coder, if you're anyone, even if you're a salary employee, just make a social media and post about it. Another thing, like what you can do is you can have your private personal Instagram and then you have your hey, my coding business one. And that's what I did, because I don't think I would have gone as far as I am now with my personal account, because all my friends would have just made fun of me and it just would have never worked. I would have been too embarrassed. I couldn't talk on camera. I would have quit. Where I made a secret Instagram, TikTok, and all this stuff that not even my family knew about. And, hey, no one knows me on there. They're making fun of me. I don't care. And now, people that I know are finding it like, oh, holy shit, you got a couple 100,000 followers, you're doing good. So if you are going to start down the social media game, separate from your private. Don't tell anyone your plans and do it, because you are going to suck the first time you're doing it. And you just got to do like 1,000 posts and you'll figure out what works and what doesn't. Like for me, like anytime I post a mining video, it just gets crazy amount of views. All right, talking videos get this amount, and you just play what works, and then you fine tune it, and you get better and better at editing. And you have to learn how to edit. Like you have to be on CapCut, and it's so easy, and you can do all this stuff for free. And it also makes you an asset, because all these creators need someone out there to edit, do all this stuff. Companies need social media. They need attention. Marketing is everything. This is why they can sell water that's nothing for, $1, $2 a bottle, all this stuff. Everything comes down to market. If you can market, you can sell anything. So, I'm looking forward to Bitcoin Universal Income. I think this is going to be one of the biggest coins of the next crypto bull market run. And I like how we're kind of starting off slow, because I've already got rid of some fair weather fans that were early. They're like, oh, it's crashing, almost sold out. And then I'm like, dude, we haven't even begun marketing. They sold, and then we're like, boom. Get rid of some people, boom. And I think the long-term holders of this are going to be greatly benefited. So I'm going to do like a daily stream, and if you guys send me messages on the chat, I will message back with you guys. And I'm like, I think someone messaged up here, but I'm so new to this. Oof. Oh, it's some guy saying he's gonna promote my channel. I'm good. You know what? There's so many scams out there. When I first promote a coin, like these guys will come in and they'll be like, oh, I have a channel, I can do animations, I can do this, and it's all a scam. And I fell for it one time, like on my like first coin. This guy shows me, he's got a channel with like 5,000-6,000 people, and he does meme coins. So I was like, all right, here's $100 post. And then he's like, no, I need the rest. And the guy is just a total scam. It was a dude from India. And I'm like, fuck. But he had the channel, he must have bought fake followers, and he was posting in there, had the likes and everything. So I was like, all right. This guy has a small little channel, and the guy, I gave him the money. He's like, oh, I need more to post it. And then we were going to do a giveaway. Whole thing was he's like, that money you gave me was for the giveaway. Just total scam. And every time I post a new meme coin, these guys flood my Telegram channel. And with crypto, there's so many scams out there right now that it's like, I hate even having a Telegram group where these guys can message and scam people, but I like to be able to interact. But it's just sad because 95% of these people are trying to scam. That's why I like the broadcast channel more, because people can't message in there, but I need the best of both worlds right now. So if anyone's like DMing you on Telegram or anywhere, it's definitely not me. You're getting scammed, and watch the fuck out. All right, I'll see you guys on the next stream. Hopefully the reward system will go, and I'll be detailing the rewards, and I'll be like upgrading like when the intervals, the payouts go out, all that stuff, and kind of give you guys the next round of like marketing strategy behind this coin. All right, adios guys.